somebody rich. That's all I ask. Amen.
And for you, I have to imagine it's extra special being kind of pushed into this pool of super talented ladies and they welcome you. Okay, jump right in. Head first.
I was like, yes. I can't wait to be with my little sister. Pretty little Lisa is bad. You know, like to have an extremely good time. She's what I like to think is like every man's fantasy woman, but not the one he want to marry.
Physically assaulting a coworker just because he accidentally took your lunch from the fridge.
Accidentally? Is that what he told you? There's certain parts that people get, and then there's certain parts that are destined for them.
Dr. Freeze, thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Bolden, or Chair recognizes Mr. Bolden.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to speak to the Freeze Floor Amendment, Senate Bill 1038.
Please proceed.
Thank you. First, I want to start by saying thank you, Dr. Freeze, for really introducing this amendment here. We know the best professional development for teachers is a returning teacher to the classroom. And the fact that
past 9 years, I have volunteered to serve on refugee processing trips for my agency, USCIS, in Thailand, Pakistan.
Meaning at all is, what is the nature? How do we begin to sketch it out? How do we begin to develop a theory? How do we debate that theory? This is like the time of the Federalist Papers at the Committees of Correspondence at the beginning of our country. How do we work it out so that we have a clear direction we have thought seriously about, experimented with, and begin to project something that brings us all together in a new direction? That sounds utopian. And it is, in the classical sense, a vision of the future. It is very much like what Madison was doing at the time they were writing the Federalist Papers. They were thinking about the design. What would work? What wouldn't work? How do we build forward? So that I want to drop in your laps. That is what used to be called a heavy trip in the 1960s. But it is the nature of the problem I suggest to you. We cannot move much further. We can resist, we can build opposition where we can, but the deep trends that are getting worse in income distribution, environment, climate, poverty, they continue until we build a different institutional power base. One of the things that's exciting about this period, and Bob alluded to it, and is very rarely covered by the national press and almost never by the local press, is that there is a developing process around the country in which who gets to own wealth, what institutions are designed to hold wealth, is beginning to show a particular direction that is not very well understood, but is very exciting in some areas. So, for instance, there are 130 million people who are involved in one or another form of cooperative. That is a different way of owning wealth than either the giant corporation or the lords and the kings of the land ownership. It is a democratic form of ownership. There are another 10 million or 15 million people in employee stock ownership plans, a different way of democratic ownership of business.
If you've got a life, you got a Swiffer.
This magic moment, so different and so new, was like any other until I kissed you.
Cold Stone Creamery's all-new ice cream creation turns any summer party into a celebration of fun. Nothing brings out smiles like